Hello everybody, this is Funny Toe Bobbin here, and welcome back to Trainz Simulator 3, where today we'll be taking a look at the newly released Fulda-Würzburg route. Yes, we have a brand new German high-speed route. Yes, a new route that's very interesting indeed. Yeah, so yeah, this is the Trainz 3 Fulda to Würzburg route. Yes, which as I mentioned at the beginning, this is a German high-speed route. Yes, we finally, at long last, have another high-speed route here at Trainz 3. And yeah, high-speed means you can go, well, very, very fast indeed. So yeah. And of course, we also have a new high-speed train in this route as well, which is very cool looking. And yeah, so yeah, Fulda-Würzburg, and also I believe this one actually comes with a new feature in this game as well, which we'll get into once we get onto the road. So yeah, new German high-speed rail, Trainz Simulator 3. Let's take a look at everything they get here in the Fulda-Würzburg add-on here in Trainz Simulator 3. So, starting off here, we have the star of the show, new to Trainz Simulator 3, the ICE-1. Yes, the ICE-1, a classic in German high-speed trains. And yeah, we finally have this thing here in Trainz Simulator 3. Yes. And yeah, I must say, this thing does look really nice. Yeah, I believe another Pro Train add-on. And I'm going to turn off the points for this. There we go. And yeah, Approach Notes does a good job with these trains, and yeah, he's done a good job again here with the ICE-1. Actually, I believe he also did the ICE-4 that we actually reviewed a couple years ago, and also the pantograph should raise up. There you go. Look at that. The pantograph does go up indeed. Well, of course it should. It's electric train, so yeah. Alright then. So and of course you get the full train set as well. Starting off here with the locomotive. Let's take a look at the interior cab. And yeah, look at this cab. Looks very nice indeed. Yeah. How about the ICE-1? The size, there's the back panel with a million switches, which unfortunately doesn't work in this game, but oh well. Get more buttons and stuff. Yeah, highly detailed cab. And there you have it, cab of the ICE-1. Let's take a, let's pull the horn. Come on, horn. Alright. Okay, it's only a one-shot horn, but nice one nonetheless. Alright then. Now moving on to the coaches. I believe we have two different kinds of coaches. Yeah, we have the first class coaches, we have the buffet car, and then the second class coaches. Yeah, second class coaches indeed. Alright then. So we'll start off with the first class coach. Yep, looks very nice indeed. Alright. Gives a nice look at it. No red wires here though. Yeah, but I guess I get a pretty good view of this. Alright, do a passive view. Oh, we do, but it doesn't seem to be in the first class coach. Alright then. Well, then on to the next coach, which of course is the board restaurant, which is, well, board restaurant. This is the cafe car, basically. Or buffet car, whatever you want to say it. But yes, of course, the buffet car also a very important piece of the ICE-1 train. Does look very nice indeed. Does got that roof on the top. Sort of like sticks out a little bit. Alright. And of course, we'll do the interior as we look. Yep, here it is. And yeah, interior has lots of detailing. Look at that. Yep, there's the roof windows. More tables. Yeah, very nicely detailed interior here. I can do a whole journey just riding in this thing. Looks really cool. Alright. And now finally the second class coach, which I think is mostly the same as the first class, but of course there are some differences. I think within the interior and the exterior. Yeah. And we have a Pazzy view. No, we don't. Okay, so you only get a Pazzy view in the buffet car, which I guess is fair enough. And yeah, you do get another locomotive, but that's the exact same as the front engine. There you have it then. That is the ICE-1 here in Trainz Simulator 3. And yeah, so the ICE-1 is the only new train in this add-on. You do get some other stuff as well, but this is some other stuff. And yeah, so actually, I guess I may as well point out, yeah, you don't actually get that much with this route. And really the only train that you can actually drive in scenarios is the ICE-1. It's just looked over. And this stuff here is mainly just for set dressing stuff, just to make the route look more lively. So let's go over it then. So this here is the BR232 diesel locomotive, and you have to get two liveries with this engine. So I guess that's neat. You get two different liveries with this engine. Yeah. And yeah, the 232 is not new to Trainz Simulator 3. Although I believe this engine, was first released as a standalone add-on, and then it was actually also included in the Model Trainz German route that I reviewed a year ago. I think the Model Trainz German route only had the Deutsche Bahn version of the 232, but with this one you have to get both versions of the 232 that I think are in this game. So, yeah, so I'm here with the BR232 Railian version. Yeah, this is the Railian Logistics livery. I think these two versions these two engines are pretty much the same, except for the minor difference in the livery. But it's pretty cool that they actually included both variants. I'll say both. I don't know if there are any other variants that exist in this game, actually. I only have the one in the Model Trainz Germany route, as well as, well, now these two here, they get with this route. But for those who really want the 232, well, at least you don't have to buy it standalone anymore. You can now get it with this route. I mean, you can also get it with the Model Trainz Germany route, but yeah, here's another one. There's the roof. Yeah. Alright, interior cab. And for those who haven't seen it before, actually a very highly detailed cab as well. In this thing. Get more detailed because there's a million buttons and knobs and things. Because this engine is a bit old. Yeah. Well, I say old, I don't know how old it is, but let's talk about the controls. Yeah, it's not the newest thing in the world, so yeah. Alright. Yeah, and there's the back wall, which has nothing on it. Well, no buttons on. There's some stuff, I guess. And back to the control panel. Alright, then let's beep the horn. Alright. Decent horn on the 232. Alright then. And you also get some stuff. First up here we have the DB Narco Anos, which is a wagon that's actually been included in multiple German routes actually. In fact, if you actually watch my my German special video they did at the end of 2023, as well as my PT Up on like 4 video. Yeah, this opera car is included in so many different routes. Oh yeah, as well as the Model Trainz German route as well. So yeah, this wagon sure gets around. Yeah, it seems to be everywhere in these German routes, and well, here it is again in this one. I was saying that you only get the empty version of this route. Yeah, there are other variants of the Narco hopper car, but with this route you only get the empty version. Well, I say empty. You can fill it up. Well, I say you can't fill it up. You could fill it up. You have the Surveyor, and there's actually some filled up versions if you play the free drive sessions. But as you spawn in the free drive mode, yeah, it's empty. So yeah. And then another thing, which isn't as common, this is the DB Auxiliary Train Crew Car. Yeah. This one I found to be a bit weird, though, because, the Auxiliary Train, yeah, so you may also remember when I drove the DB Auxiliary Train in the PTOP like 3 review that I did a couple years ago. And you actually get the whole Auxiliary Train, and actually the Auxiliary Train is also available as a standalone thing as well. But for some strange reason here in this route, you only get the crew car, and that's it. You don't get the other stuff with it. Only the crew car, and I believe this is because I actually saw this in the when I was getting the free drive mode. You you actually see trains similar to this one here. This one to I got that set up here. You got the diesel locomotive at the front, and they have a like 5 or 6 of the not co-Anos hopper cars, and then you have the crew car at the end, which I guess is acting like I guess it's acting as like a caboose or something. So yeah, bit weird, but there you go then. All right then. Whoa, then here's the other 232 variant in this route. This one though is slightly different though, because of course you have Deutsche Bahn at the front, and they also have nothing on the side. And yeah, that's because this is the BR232 Deutsche Bahn version. So it's always the same thing, but of course with Deutsche Bahn logo instead of the Railian thing. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, only one of the locomotive besides the ICE one, but let's get the engine in 2 different liveries. So that's nice, I guess. Otherwise, that's pretty much the same. Let's take a look at the cab, which one gets the same, and yep, same cab as the Railian version. Okay. And horn. And yeah, same horn as the other one as well. Alright then. Okay, what makes we get more reused content actually? We have the AMVZ and BMVZ 111.1 compartment cars. Yeah, these have also been featured multiple times. Although first time these were featured in the Immenstadt Bavaria, the Bavaria Immenstadt route that I reviewed last year, as well as the Trainz Germany route, which I also reviewed last year. So yeah, so this is now the 3rd route that these have been included in, although these were also available as a standalone add-on. And then, well, they still are available as a standalone add-on, but you can also get these now in the now 3 different routes. Yeah, like I said, the Bavaria Immenstadt route, the Trainz Germany, and this. Yeah, I actually kind of like these coaches. Although to me they're only really appropriate with the BR101, which I reckon you also get in the Trainz Germany route. And yes, you do get a padded view with these compartment cars. You will have seen this before though when you've watched my previous reviews, but I guess I'll show it again for those who haven't seen those previous videos. And yep, that's the interior view. Okay, so that's the AVMZ version. I apologize if I said it wrong. And this is the BVMZ version, which is the 2nd class coach. I see by the numbers, so yeah. So I have the one for the rich people, the one for the poor people. Well, I say poor. I don't know how much the ticket cost varies on this train in real life, but there you go. Alright, and I believe this one also has a patch view. Yes, it is. Although it's actually the same view, actually, as the other one, but I see the interior text have been changed. Yeah, for example, you have different colored seats, and the walls are gray instead of brown. I guess that's the fact that this is this is for the people who can't afford 1st class. So, yeah, there you go then. And that is all. That is everything that I get here in this route. So, yeah, not much. Only the ICE one and some extra stuff just for that testing. So, yeah, there you go. And let's take a look at the route then. So here we are. This is actually right here in Fulda, which is, yeah, that's the route's namesake. Yeah, this is Fulda. So route starts here, and it's a pretty much a linear route. There's really not much veering off in terms of like branch lines and stuff. Yeah, so you get along the route and everything, and we're actually gonna be driving the entirety of this route in this video, so you'll be able to see everything. Just the things we're loading. There we go. Yeah, high speed route. Really not much diverging you can do here. And the route goes all the way, and here it is Würzburg, Hofbahnhof at the... And actually, I believe this is actually in the south. Is it in the south? Or is it the north? Yeah, actually, it's just north to south. I actually don't know. Actually, I think Würzburg is in the south. I think. I don't know. I might be wrong. Might be in the north. I don't know. But, yeah. And there you have it, then. That is everything they get here in this route. So, let's take a look at the scenarios and do some driving. Alright, so here are all these scenarios they get with this route, and it may look like you get a lot, but, well, I guess I'll go over it. So, as per usual, you get 3 different free scenarios. You get autumn, night, and summer, of course. Especially don't knock off the thing. Yeah, because I'm going by the charge port, which is a bit messed up here. You also get a copy. That's just the one I made for the intro to this video. Oh, actually, no, this is the one I copied over. So, yeah, there's the different free scenarios. And you also get, actually, no, this is just the one I made, so, yeah. How the scenarios, of course, of interest are the, well, of course, you get 4 pre-scripted scenarios, as usual. We'll technically get 5, I'll get into a minute, but 4 main scenarios. I know it looks like you get 8 scenarios, but that's only 4 of them, because it's basically every scenario has a German and a English version, so yeah, you get DE, and then you get EN, so yeah, English scenarios for English speakers and German scenarios for German speakers. But I guess I guess now I will get on to the important part about this route, and yeah, LZB driving school. Yes. So one thing that they're actually very proud with this route is that this route introduces LZB. Yes, indeed. Now, if you're wondering what LZB is, it's basically like a cruise control system of sorts. Only to like a really, it's really automated though. I've actually experienced LZB over in Trainz World, and from what I know, LZB basically means that once the train enters an LZB section, the train will drive itself. Yeah, we basically have self-driving trains. And with this route, you actually get an extra scenario, which is the LZB driving school scenario, which I'm guessing is a bit of a walkthrough scenario that tells you how LZB actually works. However, I'm going to be doing something a little bit brave here, and I'm actually not going to be playing the driving school scenario. We're going to jump straight into playing a regular scenario. And the scenario that we'll be doing for today is ICE 787 to Würzburg, English version, because I don't know a single word of German. So, yeah. Alright, so pretty simple scenario. You are in charge of you are in charge of ICE number 787 on its way to Munich, and you'll be driving the train to Würzburg. Alright, so let's get to it. And here we are. This is actually a very quiet train, actually. Yeah, it's very quiet. Alright, train's ready for departure. Here we go. The train uses the LZB safe system. You find the full documentation here. Okay, actually, should have probably read the documentation beforehand, but yeah. And for some reason, there is no noise on this train when it's idling. Yeah, it's only when you take off that the train actually starts making noise. So yeah, it's very strange. Actually, the train is so quiet you can probably hear my computer. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, if you hear any fans spinning in the background, that's actually my computer having to work really hard because it is a very hot day today. Actually, it's a day when I'm recording. It's like 87 degrees Fahrenheit outside. So yeah, really hot today. And yeah, normally I would have my air conditioner on, but obviously I have it turned off because I'm recording a video. But as I say, consequence, you can, well, actually can really hear it because actually we're having a really quiet train. So yeah. And oh, I should turn on the headlights though. There we go. Actually, how many headlights do we have? Oh, okay, just the one. All right. This train is so quiet though. It's deafening. Oh, here we go. Oh, what is that? Hold on. Oh, I got some scenery coaches. Interesting. Oh, I didn't notice that beforehand. Well, the thing is, I haven't read this route yet. Yeah, alrighty then. Okay, so how long until the LZB activates then? I wonder how it's gonna work. Because I should mention, I haven't, like I said, I haven't played the training scenario. I just kind of want to just go into this blind and see how this actually works. Yeah. Now, I should say this, though. Like I said, I still have yet to see how LZB works in this game. However, I have driven trains with LZB turned on over in Trainz Sim World, as well as a little bit of Trainz Sim Classic, so I do know somewhat how LZB works. What I don't know, though, is how it's going to work. Oh! Hold up. Hang on, yeah, that's the noise. That actually tells you. Hold up. Hang on, let me get into the cab. Okay, yeah, no, yeah, LZB, I believe, is now activated, so now the train should drive itself. Right? Yeah, because something I've just realized, we don't really have a cruise control system here in Trainz 3. So, so I currently have the throttle set at 69%. Nice. That was an ice cream truck. But the train should just drive itself. Now that's in LZB mode. Alright. Oh, there's another IC1. Hello. Yeah. The train is so quiet, though. Yeah. So quiet you can hear the outside noise. Yeah, the ice cream truck. Yeah. I don't think my computer fans would be that audible, though. It shouldn't be as bad as it was back in February, back when I had that fan spinning glitch with my computer. Okay, actually, instead of 234, hang, can I go off the, let me just go up to full throttle. See what the train does. No, it's supposed to be a cruise control, isn't it? No, we're speeding. But no, LZB's supposed to act as the cruise control. Okay, yeah, there it goes again. Oh, oh no, we're speeding. Okay, slow down. Okay. So you hear the yeah noise, which tells you that the LZB is doing its thing. Well, yeah, I thought it's supposed to act like a cruise system, though. Is it not doing it? I don't know. Very strange. Okay, you know what? Maybe after this video, I'll go play the LZB scenario just to see how it actually works, or maybe you guys will know how this works. I don't know. Yeah. Actually, I think it's supposed to go into the cab to see how the yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go into the outside view. So yeah. Okay. Well, all right. I guess this video might not be the best demonstration of how the LZB system actually works. This video is mainly just gonna be just checking out the route as I usually do. So yeah. That was about to just done. How's my computer doing? Oh, it's actually cooled down a little bit. Okay, whatever. Alright. Well, yeah, my computer shouldn't be that audible, though, I don't think. And no, it doesn't look like the cruise system works. Did they confuse LZB for PZB? Because I know PZB... Yeah, there's two German systems that are worth knowing about. There's the, I said there's LZB, which is supposed to be like a cruise control system that works in conjunction with the AFB, which is the cruise switch. And then there's the PZB, which tells you things about signals or something. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so I guess I'll talk about some stuff then. So, yeah, so Fulda to Würzburg. Now this one's interesting though, because I believe this is actually another remake of a route from Trainz Simulator 2, because I think about a year or two ago, I'm not sure how long ago this was, I was doing some alright, there's the Kinzigtal line, but that's about that goes to Frankfurt, which I know from Trainz Sim World. Yeah. Okay, at least now the train's more audible now that we're spinning along here. You know, after 250 kilometers per hour, I imagine we should stay there all the way until we get to the end of the line at Würzburg. Yeah, starting in Fulda, run away to Würzburg, so yeah. Oh, and I think we're going south. Yeah, we're heading southward. Oh. Wait, I'm stupid. I knew that from the last stream. Yeah. Yeah, Kaos is in the north, and right now we're heading southward. Okay. Yeah, I will admit, my geography of Germany is not that good. I'm at least relying on what I know from Trainz Sim World, which even that isn't that great because I don't play those routes that often. I mean, I do, but you know, only when I feel like it. Alright then. And yeah, frame rate going down a little bit. Yeah, again, that's the game. Oh, another train. Hello. Yeah, I see. Now I see one going southward. But yeah, going back to Trainz Simulator 2. Yeah, I was doing some looking on the content store over in Trainz Simulator 2, and I noticed that this route actually, I think there was a route called Fulda High Speed over in Trainz Simulator 2. Yeah, over in Trainz, there's a route called Fulda High Speed. I believe that's this route, but over in Trainz Simulator 2. And the interesting thing is, I saw that over in Trainz Simulator 2, and I actually thought about reviewing that route because it was high speed. Yeah. Oh, the only reason why I didn't review that route was because it costs $10. Yeah, very expensive. So yeah, $10 for a route in Trainz Simulator 2. So yeah, like I said, as much as I wanted to get that route because it was high speed, it was just too expensive to justify buying it. Yeah. Well, the good news is now I won't have to buy the Trainz 2 version because now the Trainz 3 version, and actually the Trainz 3 version is actually a lot. What the heck? What's going on here? I don't know, weird stuff. Well, the Trainz 3 version is actually a lot cheaper, as with the camera's being stupid. No, okay. Camera again. Alright. But yeah, this route was actually very cheap when it first came out. I'm not sure if the price has gone up, at this point. I don't know, maybe it has. But anyways, yeah, when I noticed that this route had released, I say noticed because it's weird. They actually teased this route in the official Trainz Discord server right at the end of May. And I was expecting there to be like an announcement in like the Trainz mobile info channel. But for some strange reason, they haven't actually put an official announcement in that channel yet for some reason. And I actually found out that this route actually released, courtesy of actually one of my viewers, Nikki, who I've actually said previously. Yeah, he actually shouted me out in a community post. I mean, hey, the route's released. So I was like, and that's how I knew that this route came out. How fast are they gonna go, by the way? Are we gonna accelerate? Let's see, 95%. Let's see what the sweet spot is. But yeah, it was actually through that community post that I found out this route came out. So I was like, oh, cool, the German high-speed route's out. I'm gonna go check it out. And then when I saw this route in the content store, I noticed it was 99 cents USD. Yeah. And I actually bought it as soon as I noticed. It's like, hey, 99 cents. That's actually a really good deal. I'm gonna buy it right now. So yeah, I did. And to be honest with you, I'm actually really glad that I got this route. I'm going to go 93% 12 because I don't want to break spin here, so yeah. But yeah, all things considered though, I'm actually really glad that I got this route for 99 cents because, yeah, as I pointed out at the beginning of this video, you don't get much with this route, actually. Like, yeah, you do not get much in terms of rolling stock. The only thing that's really worth getting is the ICE1 train. And like I said, the rest stuff is all reused. It's really maybe just yeah, like the BR232 diesel engine. You won't be seeing that on the high speed route, high speed selecting the run right now. And you'll only be seeing it in the yard because, well, like I said, it's just there just to dress the route up and make it more lively and stuff. So yeah. So really, the only train you really get with this route that's actually worth noting is the ICE1, and well, that's it. I mean, I suppose you could use the 232 on other routes in Trainz, but you can't really use it on this route apart from shunting, and even then, there are no scenarios for the 232. So, yeah, I guess you gotta use it use imagination. And I say the route was 99 cents when it first came out. I'm actually what the full price was gonna be. I hope it's not $10 because I'm sorry to say this route is absolutely not worth $10. It just isn't. It's just. I mean, easy as we go along here, you know, as the ground's not letting loaded in properly. Yeah, there's really not much to do other than just drive on the high-speed route from Fulda to Würzburg and back again. Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, with that being said, like I said, I'm glad I only paid 99 cents for this route because, again, the route itself is, you can't do much on it, and you only get one train that's actually worth your time, so. Yeah. Now, in terms of this route, though, in real life, I'm actually already, or I say, sorry, real life. In terms of this route in other games, I'm actually already familiar with this route because, hey, we're coming to a section where the freight trains go. Yeah. But one thing worth noting is that I am actually already familiar with this route, actually, because, as I said in my, as I posted my community post, I did a live stream this route over in Trainz World, and yeah, that's actually how I know of this route. It is because this route was released as part of the core content for Trainz World 3 a few years ago, back in 2022. And I started a live stream on this route. Yeah, this frame's going down again. Yeah, come on. Yeah, bad classic Pro Train in his foliage. And the foliage is really important with this route. You gotta tone it down because, of course, it's a high speed route. You're going really, really fast. You're going so fast that the game can barely keep up with, you know, with how fast you're going. And yeah, I mentioned Kassel to Würzburg. Yeah, this route over in Trainz was actually twice as long because, as I mentioned, yeah, in Trainz World, this route goes all the way up to Kassel. So it's basically Kassel to Würzburg, and then Fulda's the middle station. But here, this way in Trainz 3, you only get the section from Fulda to Würzburg, and that's it. So, yeah, I guess if you want a route, I guess if you want a version that's twice as long, get the Trainz World version. Yeah. All that being said, the Trainz World version, this route actually suffers from a lot of the same problems out here in Trainz 3. There's not much to do besides drive high-speed trains. Although you guys get more content though, because over in Trainz World you get the IC1 as well as the ICE3, and if you have some other add-ons, you can also drive the the Beer 101 on this route as well if you have that add-on. And actually, as I mentioned in my Oakville subdivision video that I did last week, I actually mentioned that that pretty soon they're going to be coming out with a gameplay pack for the Expert Beer 101 on the Fulda-Würzburg route. So I'm actually quite interested in that pack. I probably won't do a video on that pack though, unless there's demand for it. But otherwise, I'm going to be playing in my spare time. So yeah. There's a melodic track down there. That's interesting. Oh, as we're... Wait, why are we slowing down? Wait, what's this? Wait, what? Wait, why the flow set stuff to... Is that the... Oh, yeah, some of the speed... Wait, are we slowing down? No. That was weird. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, although I will say this though about the Trainz World route. Oh, hang on, there's a train down there. Look at that. Yeah, set dressing. How about you get the 222 playing the IC coaches? Interesting. Yeah. I didn't see when it stopped for some reason. Oi, get back to work. Anyways, like I said, I probably won't do a video on the Beer 101 on this route in Trainz World, but I don't know. It doesn't matter if I might consider doing it, but we'll see. Okay, so back to this route then. Saying that though, I will say this route is... Oh wait, hang on. I was talking about Trainz World for a second there. I'm stupid. I will say this about the Trainz World route though. So like I mentioned, you can drive the ICE3 as well as the IC1 on this route in Trainz World, but you can also do nighttime freight services. Yeah, there's a station there. I don't remember that station being there. But okay, but yeah, over in Trainz World, you can also do nighttime freight services because one of the big things they talked about in the marketing for this route when they first released a few years ago for Trainz World 3. So they said how it's not like a one and done route. You know, not only can you do the high-speed train stuff, but you can also drive nighttime freight services. Yeah. And I've actually done a couple of the nighttime freight services on this route in Trainz World, and well, they're very boring because. Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. I wouldn't necessarily mind doing freight stuff on this route, but the problem with it is that it's at nighttime, as you can't see anything. So. You're just you can't really do much. Like you're just now. Here's the thing: you're going slow because you're driving a freight train. Yeah, freight trains are really limited to about like 120 kilometers an hour or something like that. You can't go up to the full line speed because freight trains. Which wouldn't be so bad, but again, the problem is that you're doing these services in pitch black, so you can't see any of the scenery. So yeah. So I guess I have a bit more to do on this route for Trainz World, but yeah, not much more than Trainz 3, so yeah. Anyway, so back to this game, Trainz 3. Yeah, I was gonna say something else about this. Anyway, what's interesting about this route is that this is, like I said, this is the second high-speed electric that we actually have gotten here in Trainz 3. Yeah, because for the longest time, the only high-speed electric route here in Trainz 3 is the Europe high-speed route, which I've done actually multiple videos on. In fact, that was actually my first ever video on this game that I did all the way back in January of 2022. Yeah, my first ever video on this game was playing on the Europe high-speed route, driving the Italian ETR 1000 high-speed train. Then about a year later or something like that, I did another video on this route when I reviewed the TGV Duplex add-on, and then did another video on this route when I did the... oh wait, no, hold up, I almost forgot. In late 2022, I did a video on this route when I reviewed the PRT1, then I did the TGV Duplex, and then the ICE4 add-on, yeah. Yeah, another video on that route since. So, yeah. Look at that, there's more tracks there, how about? And yeah, for the longest time, the Europe high-speed route was the only electric high-speed route here in Trainz 3. But yeah, after all these years, we finally have another high-speed electric route. And that's what actually makes more sense, too, because Something that annoys me about the Europe high-speed route is that what's the word? Geographically, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say the word because I'm stupid. Um, but geographically, I know that's not how to say that word. Again, I'm stupid. The Europe high-speed route doesn't make sense to me because it's called Europe high speed, and yet there are 3 different stations on that route, and they're all Swedish. And yet the train that you get in the route is Italian. So you have an Italian high-speed train that's been featured on a route called Europe High Speed, and yet the town names are all Swedish. It makes no sense to me. It's like, why do you have Swedish town names? Why not just have Italian town names? It's so weird. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. So, yeah, Europe High Speed route makes no sense to me. This one, however, actually makes perfect sense because I think the Europe High Speed route I believe is a fictional route. Well, yeah, I know it's a fictional route because there aren't any high speed routes, proper high speed routes in Sweden, and the Europe High Speed, like I said, it's basically a fictional route. This one, however, is real. Yeah, this route does actually exist in real life. So, yeah, it makes sense. And also the train they get with it is German. So, yeah, it all makes sense. So, yeah, I think this route, actually, no, do I prefer it over Europe High Speed route? Actually, I'm not sure. Because, here's the thing, though, Europe High Speed route has 2 different ways you can go, though. It's a bit more like a network style route, whereas this route, you can only really go from Fulda-Würzburg, and that's it. That's all you can do with this route. Whereas with the Europe High Speed route, you can actually go from each of 3 different stations, and you can either go one way or the other way, or one way, and yeah, you get more variation where you can go on the Europe High Speed route. Whereas this route is completely linear. You can only go between Fulda and Würzburg, and that's it. That's all you can do with this route. There's no diverging on this route at all, and yeah. But at least looking at this route from a geography sense, this route does make more sense than the Europe High Speed route. So I'm at least happy about that. And it's just nice to at least have another high speed route because, here's the thing. A lot of the routes in this game are just diesel slow routes. Yeah. Like, actually, the more I think about this, really not much in terms of variation in terms of, like, what types of routes you have with this game, all this considered, and, yeah. Besides usual diesel routes, like I said, you also have the 2 high-speed routes, being this and your high-speed route. And, of course, there's also a few of the mall train routes, courtesy of High Walmart add-ons. And that's kind of it, really. So, yeah. And honestly, yeah, I really like this route just for the fact that it's different from the norm, And also, not to mention, this is actually the first German route we've actually gotten this year, actually. In fact, as of, before this route, okay, yeah, besides this route, every single route we've gotten this year so far has either been American, no, it's all been North American, yeah. Yeah, it's like either been American or Canadian, and that's it, and those are 2 very similar rail systems, so, yeah, not much to say there. Yeah, I got 280. How about it? Oh. But yeah, but yeah, I'm really glad we have this route because it breaks up the monotonous cycle of the same old same old American and same old North American route. So yeah. It's actually very rare that we get a route that's not set in North America. I think because North American routes though just sell the most, and so that's where the priorities go, and they don't make German or British routes very often because I guess they don't sell as well. I don't know. Even saying that, when was the last time we even got a British route? Do you know what? The most recent British route I can think of is the Swayfield branch route, which came out at the very end of 2023. So, yeah, British road fans feeling pretty left out right now in this game. Yeah. In terms of Germany, yeah, even last year we got the Mall Trainz Germany route. Yeah. And for that we got the Immenstadt route. So we actually got 2 German routes last year, and now 1 German route this year. and yet no German, no British routes since Wakefield Branch. Which is pretty disappointing. So we have to go back down to 250. Oh, we enjoyed the 280-kilometer car accident. I should have done the flyby. Dang it. Missed opportunity there. Oh, hold up. We got the, that was a beepy noise. Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, well, let me know what you think of this route then. I'm not sure if the discount is still ongoing as of when I upload this video. So if you still haven't got this route, then yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know what the full price could be. I don't know if it's gonna be the usual $5, which even $5 route isn't that bad. But $10 though, no, that's a big no-no. Oh, I didn't get to do a flyby view. Yeah, sorry. I was about to do a flyby view, but well, I said think about it. I never got to do it. Those we're already approaching the slow section. Hang on, can I do a really quick? Come on. Nope. Ah, come on. All right. Well, unfortunately, no flyby view. Yeah, I usually like to do flyby views when I do these high-speed trains, but I forgot. So yeah. Oh well. Well then, here we are then, about to arrive in Würzburg, and that'll be the entirety of the route. Yeah, I was gonna do a flyby view, but again I forgot, so sorry. Oh well, this is all the route, so that's the main thing. Okay, I'll do a mini flyby view once we get out of this tunnel here. Come on. Get me, oh my, let me off the train. Oh my, come on. Thank you. Yeah, I should have done a flyby high-speed view, but oh well. There we are. Yes. There you go. Alright. It was a big yard here. How about it? Or it's being a little bit. Yep, I know, I know. Are we slowing down it? Oh no, that's the train being weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking back. I should have done a flyby view at some point in this video, but yeah, I forgot. There's another C1 there. Who is, oh, he's moving, but very slowly. Oh, hello. This is not a very nice train sim build. Oh, this game is supposed to be automatic, though. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, I think that meant slow down. Oh, whoopsies. Alright, we're already at schedule, so it doesn't really matter. I know. Alright, change that to the 80? Or are we gonna... Nope. No, that's the emergency brake. Okay. Alright, come on. It sure takes a while to stop. So we're gonna make it all the way to the station. Yo, the brakes I think are atrocious. Come on. Alright, grind to a halt here. Here's where I had a schedule. And stop. Okay, let's go. I just realized no points in this scenario. Oh. Not that they matter though. Yeah. Yeah, it has a point system and a train sim just serves no purpose. I'm sorry. But rather than at Würzburg. So yeah, that is the route. Yeah, it's a high-speed route. Yeah. But yeah, if you got this route during the 99 cent sale, then yeah, good. Because again, this route is not worth much more than that. Oh, you get the IC1 with this route. Although there are some other add-ons though, you could use the IC4 on this route as well as the BR101 with the IC coaches or the Bivismism coaches. That's at the beginning of the video. So yeah. Just accelerate too much because we know the brakes are not good on this thing. Alright. Alright then. Yes. Alright, so pulling into Würzburg. Oh yeah, do the doors open up? I guess we'll see in a minute. Because we just kind of took off from Fulda. Let's see if the doors open up here at Würzburg. Alright, slow it down. No, not too much. Come on. And I'm going to stop around here. Alright, do the doors open? And the answer to that is... well, they should. Doesn't seem like it. Oh. That's it. Oh. Okay, complete the session and, oh, so I'm gonna send me back to the main menu. Alright then. And engine now shuts down. Alright then, well, yeah, not much more to do. I guess the doors aren't gonna open, so, yeah. So, yeah, that will do it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in whatever I make next.